If your eyes can see this video, it means you are lucky. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can be able to make this profit that you have been struggling for a long time. And I want you to understand something here, that this thing you are seeing is not a magic. Those things are real. When you plan to make profit and unknowingly to you, you are struggling. So a lot of persons are cashing out and you are asking yourself, why is my own different? Why is it difficult for me to make money like others? What is wrong with me? Why am I struggling? I'm going to show you how you can possibly catch a spike or do a scalping that can give you at least 10 candles, at least a minimum of 10 candles trading on your 5 minutes time frame. Once you set your eyes on this on your 5 minutes time frame, please enter trade and make sure you don't exceed more than 10 candles. This is a bonus I'm giving you so that all through these remaining years you can cash out. In fact, if you can master this method, there is no need for you to be paying for mentorship except you want to take this forex further. But as for beginners, as for professionals who are struggling to build up their accounts, you can do this. And once you do this, you can be able to make profit. Then I'll be telling you some of the few things that you need to avoid, which may pose as a risk in this very market. My name is GDFX, and I want you to subscribe to our channel. And I want to thank all our returning subscribers and also thank all our new subscribers. You're welcome to the family. This is GDFX, and here our business is to make sure that you will learn something and grab something home, because as long as forex is concerned, everybody needs to make money. And this forex is so big, it's so large, it's global. So me succeeding alone without others succeeding along with me is not good. So I wish that every one of us will take a snap of it and from there make a profit. All right, let's dive into the market. Please have you subscribed. Please help me and subscribe. Please share this video and also give this video a thumbs up so that it will be recommended by many. Remember that you are not paying us. This is a little way which we can receive support from different angles. All right, let's move on. I will start by explaining this very little thing to you. One is a popular thing that you know. I'll be focusing more on the possible entry point. Now, you know what this means, that whenever you see a trade moving from a particular direction, that at a particular time it will be reversing, it will be making a way downward, like it pushed from here, that now a time will come when it will be going down. Like we all know that when it's going up like this, you are scalping on crash, then it's a spike on boom. Then but when it's coming down like this, it's a scalping on boom, then a spike on crash. Please take note of that for those who don't really know all those things. But now, how do you make entries in this very video? Because once you know this, you can be able to cash out and it's going to favor you deeply. Now, how do you make profit using this? Now, you have to be patient enough to watch this trade to touch this place. I'm talking about 5 minutes time frame. So the time frame you should be using is 5 minutes time frame. That is where you should pay attention to. 5 minutes time frame. Then you know the rules, that you need to visit your higher time frame for you to be sure of what the market will be doing in your lower time frame. Then your attention should be on your higher time frame. But where you should be entering for you to do your scalping or for you to take at least 10 possible candles is, or waiting for multiple spikes that will give you things like this in a circle like this. So is what I'm about to show you now. All right, so you must allow this candle to move from this very direction. You must allow it to move up to a particular direction where it will step into, where it must touch this very zone here. You must allow it to touch this zone. This is 90 and 80. The same thing is applicable to your phone, your handset, your smartphone, your iPhone, whatever you are using to do this thing. This thing can work for you. Now you must allow it to touch 90 levels. When you see this thing going on between the touching the 90 levels and those things, please don't be in a hurry to place a trade. Don't just assume. You have to be disciplined. You have to follow instructions and follow these things carefully. Then when you must have seen that, you will see that some things are going on like this. So as it is going on, it is ranging. So at this very point, you must be very, very careful to observe what the market is doing, because if you are not careful, you might think that it is going to start dropping, but unfortunately, it may not drop. Now, once you see those things coming up, then you will see that finally it will touch at this very spot, which is the 90 levels. But one thing you must know is that not really this one did not touch at 90 levels, nor this one, they touched. But I want you to see something that will convince you that something is going to work for you at a time. Now follow these instructions, because the issue here I'm having is that people sometimes they will skip the video and they only wait to see the indicators, and they think they know it all. So now follow it. Now immediately this thing touch at this level, then allow it to return to 80. Now when it returns to 80, then something will definitely happen. It will come over to this point. So if this thing crosses this line, please, you will now have more opportunity to enter. Immediately this thing crosses over to this line, look at it. Then this here is this thing. Now look at the funny thing here. This is what has been touching. This is those things you are seeing here. These ones you are seeing here. So, but it was this one that touched, that made this one to touch here. Then ever since then, it will be making a move. But now, when it touched here, follow this thing to this point. You notice something, that from that spot, that this thing crossed over to that spot, it never get to this very zone again. Is I want you to understand this thing very clearly. I want you to understand it clearly. This is the zone where this thing has been moving, and here is that place it has been going on between 80 and 90, in between this zone here. But when this one touched here, follow it to this point at this very spot here. This is that drama you are seeing here. Then follow it from that place down to this place, is this thing down to this place. Can you follow it? So once you make that move, the next place is targeting is the 10 levels or the 20 levels. So when you enter a spike and cut all those things at the journey, you will see that you are not losing out. But the issue is that when you see those things, remember that each of these things here is 5 that is they are all 5 minutes candle. So you know what it means in your market, that some of us may not wait for this market that dropped here to count all those things. Sometimes it may look like they are losing out. They are losing out because they will be seeing a kind of huge money that is being deducted from their profit or when they enter trade. But once you follow this very strategy, it's going to work like a miracle. I know what I'm telling you, it's going to work like a miracle. So one of the things you need to do is to follow this instruction, and you get to here. So even when the thing is moving up, you don't need to panic. I mean, even when these things are going on, you don't need to panic, because you know that it is a matter of time that it's going to drop, because this is where it will be touching. But there is something you need to pay more attention to. At this spot, this thing you are seeing here started here. So it will once again get to a particular point. Even with this method, you can use it to catch a spike. After some time, you also enter to do your scalping, which means you'll be waiting it to fall. Then when it is rising, you also start taking. Now, how do you know that this one is strong? Now look at this thing. I want you to pay attention to this. Now follow this market. Now follow this market. Now I want you to pay attention to this very place. I want you to pay attention to this very place. Now watch where I drop this line now. Watch it. Follow it carefully. I want to show you something. I want to show you something. Now follow here. Now watch these lines in between. Watch this line in between. Can you see it? Do you see what happened here? Look at it. Now here, this very one you are seeing did not move. This red line did not move from that 90 level. Look at it. But here, The line that touched at the 10 zone, at the 20 zone here, look at here. The line that touched here later moved up here. Now pay attention to it. Pay attention to it and see what I'm telling you. So that when you want to enter trade, you first go through those things and be sure. Put your eyes on these two places. Please put your eyes on these two places and see what I am telling you. Put your eyes on these two places and see what I am telling you. Now watch here and here. All right, let's move. Look at it. Can you see it? Can you see that this one shifted here, which means that it is not as strong as the other one? But that doesn't mean that when you are targeting 10 candles that you will not get it. But when you check on this one, you notice that it will move so strong that even if there is a little drop, but it will not attack you. And when you follow my Telegram group, you notice that sometimes I'll be dropping profit, and I'll be Skyping before it will drop. I will close down. This method is what I'm using. All right, so try those things and see how it's going to work. So let me just try to be specific or clarify matters here. When you want to place a trade here, pay attention to where the market won't stop. Like when you must allow it don't enter any time in between here, except you saw it coming from this very angle. At that spot, you can still enter. Remember that before this thing will touch here or touch somewhere here, it must be a strong reversal in your higher time frame. Make no mistake about those things. And that is why I keep shouting, I keep making this emphasis on you knowing what market is talking, you knowing what market is all about. Because if you don't know what market is really all about, you may be messing things up, and at that spot, you may lose out in this very trade. So once you see this thing touched at this spot and you are sure it have touched here, allow it to reverse, allow it to get to this spot. So once that thing get to this spot here, then get ready to enter for a spike. Now, these things you are seeing here is for benefit. And watch here accurately. This is it here. This is it here. So there is nothing to panic here about. There is nothing to panic about. You just follow the simple instructions. Just wait for it as it is coming. Just as it is here now. Just as it is here. This is what I'm telling you. So my duty now is to make sure I'll wait it to get to this spot. By then, getting to that spot is to break out from this zone. Then it may get here and pull back to the same line, which means it can still reverse back here, then take a journey from here. So that is what market is all about. So it's not all about maybe, I don't know. So you can do this thing. Now, let me give you the indicators that can help you to clarify these doubts. Number one, I'll be adding a moving average. I'll be adding a moving average that will help to specify these things. Number one is moving average 14. If you can get this thing, this is moving average 14. Can I change this color? All right, let me change this color. Moving average 14. This is blue. Then another moving average. Let's make it moving average 50. This thing is something else. So when you have, which color can I use now? Okay, let me use this dark green. All right, when you have these things, you will notice something. You will notice something. I'm just using 5 minutes time frame. Look at it. Come on, look at it. Look at it. As this thing crossed here, this is the crossing here. I want you to understand this. These things are not magic. It's real. As this thing touched here, this thing touched here, they are real. Can you follow it? Can you follow it? So as this thing cross over to this place, allow them to do their business. Just pay attention to these things. That is the business. Anyone can do this. Like I said earlier, you can use this thing to catch a spike. You can also use it as the opposite to do your scalping. Anyone can do it. I can still backtest, I can still push back, I can still go back and I can go on and go on and go on and show you. Anyone can do it. You confirm this, once you confirm this, look at it. Something dropped over here. That is the market. Just check what I'm marking. Just check this thing. Just check it. Follow it. Look at it. So what is there? Now look at even this one I wanted to cross. Look at it. It did not balance here. You will still see it. But the one that complements it, even this one, look at it. Can you see it? So these things are very simple. Depends on the knowledge you have towards this thing. And most times when we shout, when we talk, it looks as if maybe we are concentrating on taking funds from people or something of that nature. But I know what I'm lamenting about. Sometimes people now see after this whole consolidation, look at it. After this whole consolidation, none of them rested. This is why you should be very, very careful. None of them rested on this line. Please pay attention to this market. Pay attention. None of them rested in this area except this one here. Now, immediately you rested here. You must not enter immediately. You should pay attention to what market is saying. Now, from that place now, what do? Here is where the market crossed. Now, what happened? Follow this thing. Follow this line. Look at it. Can you see it? Can you see it? After waiting for a long period of time, I know that many will make mistakes of believing that from here that you can get something. I know that many will make a mistake, but even at this spot, if you are a sharp trader, you can still get something very fast from this place and leave the trade. But this is not advisable. So what should you do? Pay attention to these things. I'm not deceiving you. I know what I'm saying. I'm not deceiving you. Anyone can do this thing. I'm sure of what I'm saying. Anyone can do it. So what is the indicator below here? The indicator I have below here is you have to add, look at it here. You have to add the stochastic oscillator. In this stochastic oscillator, look at what you have. We have level 10. Okay, let's start from the parameter period, KD period 1, K period 2, D period 1, slow in 1, price field close, please close it, then make your background color to be white depending on what you are using. Then the levels, which is very, very important, is 10, 90, 80, 20. So in short, the right way to put it is 10, 20, 90, 80. But anyhow you fix it, they know where they belong. So that is how this thing works. With this very simple method, believe me, you can change the way you trade and you can make profit. I know what I'm telling you and what I'm telling you. Please, I want you to just give us your subscription, and if you're a subscriber to this video, I want to say thank you one more time, and please share this video and practice those things and see how this thing works. It can work for it can work on your phone, your smartphone, and also work for your laptop, whatever you are using. Just follow this method. I know what I'm telling you. Just be patient. Just be patient. Visit your 5 minutes time frame. Then you may think of the zoom levels. Please, this is the final zoom level. You know that even when you want to find out on your phone, this is the final zoom level. So for you to be more accurate and to be sure, you have to zoom it out. Anyone that touches that particular place remains the right one. Then when it is coming up, please be patient enough to see it touch over to this place. Then the next thing some of you need to know, though it is for my mentors, the people I'm mentoring, is that many of you are using a very big lot size, which is very dangerous to you, your trading career. Please be careful with those things. So once you touch that place, please, you are free to enter because it must have dealt with the journey of this place. Then from there, a new era is open, era of good, you know, so which may give you something that will make you happy. Just look at this. Just look at this. So this is what we are talking about. Just look at it. So it's not, I don't know. Forex is just, they are watching you. Forex is just there watching you. So even when they made an attempt to take over, they did not succeed. Look at them. Look at it here. They are still there for you. But for you to be more accurate or consistent, please be patient enough to see it happen this way. But if you can manage this, then take your journey to the second zoom level, third zoom level. This is the one I am using. This is the one I'm using. Third zoom level. This is the one I am using. This is it. This is the one I am using. This is the one I'm using to show you all those things. Then, but you know that you can still go further to clarify some, maybe find out the type of candle to see the shape, the size, hammer, doji, inverted doji, and all the rest of them. That is how it works. My name is GDFX. I believe that our intention here is to help you. Then if you are still struggling with these things, you know that all these things are going backward, 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 there is no need for you to be pushing. There's no need for you to be wasting your time on this thing. Please get the right knowledge. Anyone telling you that you don't need knowledge is deceiving you. Why? Calculate how much you have been losing without the right knowledge and check how much you will be losing when you have the right knowledge. I am a trader and I know that I have helped many people. Do send messages, people do come to me and I tell them the truth based on what I know. And from there, some of them picked up and start counting in dollars. That is how real these things can be. And if you are still struggling, stop wasting your money without knowledge. Get the right knowledge. It helps. Get the right knowledge. It helps. I know I'm saying these things. Get the right knowledge. It helps. Especially some of you who thinks that you know Forex. No matter the level of PDF you read, no matter the ebooks, where Forex is in the live account. No matter the theory, where Forex is in the live account. I repeat, no matter the knowledge, you may know the format and everything. Go to live account and see what Forex is all about. Not when you are driving on demo, playing on demo, and all these things, and you think you have arrived. Go to the main account and we'll see how far you can be proud of your trading experience. GDFS, I love you so much and I wish you to succeed. Thank you so much.